Welcome back to the channel. Today on this part 2, nutrition, I'm on a long run, an hour and 45 minutes. So I'm trying out some different snacks and things to see how that goes. I have no idea what's going to be on the run yet when I'm on the marathon. So we'll see how it goes, whether that makes me feel ill or not, or sick, and what actually sits well in my stomach. Welcome to this rather grey day in the UK, January. This is actually week 3 of training. I was away with work and it snowed in the UK and in the States last week, so I actually broke all the rules last week. I had to train indoor on CV equipment, and as you guessed it, I hated it every moment, but every cloud has a silver lining, and it gave my knees a little bit of rest last week, which is good. So here we are, trying to keep my heart rate under 145 beats or 155 max for the next hour and 45 minutes. So before I started this run, I had half a peanut butter and jam jelly, if you're in the States, sandwich on tiger bread, so nice and thick, and that's repeating on me, annoyingly. That was about 45 minutes ago, and I'm just under 20 minutes into my run, so that's probably a lesson learned. So nutrition wise, what have I got on my run today? I've got another peanut butter and jam jelly sandwich, which could be a big mistake, but I love peanut butter. Crunchy. Comments below, crunchy or smooth peanut butter? The worldwide debate continues. I've got a banana, classic, and a saurine malt loaf. Last time I did this, I didn't record it, but it all went down pretty well. We'll see if it changes now that I'm on a slightly longer run, TBC. So this is the nutrition installment, part 2. Let's talk about what my nutrition actually looks like. So let's start from midnight. I'm in bed, haven't eaten, obviously. Wake up at 7:30, do what I've got to do. Then an hour and a half later, around 9 AM, I have my first coffee. If you look at the old Andrew Huberman podcast, you know why it's best to wait hour and a half before your first intake of caffeine. So one big black coffee, no milk, at 9 AM, an hour and a half after I get up. And then at 10 o'clock I have another big black coffee, again no milk. That sort of helps me stay in a fasted state. Now I'm pretty passionate about my coffee, so I really enjoy that. I've tried bulletproof coffee as well. Those of you who don't know, it's where you put a massive lump of butter in your black coffee or espresso, blend it and then drink it. It keeps you so full, actually makes me feel sick. So I try not to have that often, though it's quite nice. It's quite creamy, a bit like a latte, which I drink very rarely. But now we're going to give the second PB&J a go. Oh. So I've just eaten my PB&J. It was quite difficult, actually. I have peanut butter all over my fingers holding the camera. Those of you with children will know what that's like, as it was very similar to changing a nappy. Let's not take that any further, that conversation. It was quite dry, so I lathered it in jam, quite a bit of peanut butter. Struggled with the crust. Delicious though, that's what it's all about, right? So we've got a banana to go, although I should say I'm now half an hour in. You should see the fruits of that nutritional labour around the halfway mark when I turn around. So we'll see how that goes, and then when I get there I'll probably have a banana. She'll be nice and moist. Love a banana. She's probably going to be battered and been in the back of my bag, but I suppose I'm not sure yet, so I should do some more research into what nutrition I'll be getting along the way on the marathon. Hopefully people will be throwing food at me and I can catch it in my mouth. So I'm successfully at the 30-minute point, keeping my heart rate to 143 beats a minute, so I'm happy with that. Check in with you in a minute. So at this point I've had my 2 black coffees, one at 9, one at 10. Now I'll probably start thinking about what I'm going to have for my tea so I can prep that. Now I bulk buy chicken breast because it's way cheaper and better quality, so I end up freezing that in sort of 1.5 chicken breast portions, and I've got some stewing steak as well, so I normally defrost that. So whether the stewing steak goes in the slow cooker, defrost it a little bit first. Chicken breast wise, that can be used for lots of different things. I usually have a curry, or you can just do a really simple like a white wine, creamy and onion garlicky sauce with some pasta. Kids love that. So yeah, that's preparation for the evening meal. And then thinking about gym at lunchtime, and my usual will be 4 poached eggs, half an extra large avocado, and a couple of slices of sourdough bread using Kerrygold butter, only the best. As well, usually when I come straight back from the gym, I'll put a banana in a smoothie with, ready for this, frozen raspberries, frozen blueberries, frozen strawberries, some creatine. I'm gonna get massive. More peanut butter and some milk. And if I'm not having eggs for some reason or another, I'll put another egg or 2 in there. I believe a large egg is 7 grams of protein. I do love eggs, so I try and eat as many of those as I can. And that's a easy, quick way to get a few hundred calories in, which I will go through in this video if I've got time. I don't want to make the video too long. Let me know in the comments if you thought 20 minutes for the first video was too long. I'm looking towards, I think, 12 to 14 minutes, I think. We shall see. It's all a learning curve, and I'm learning. I'm enjoying it. I did make a few mistakes in the first video. If you want to talk through those, let me know, because I could have gone back and changed them all, but I was just seeing error or mistake after mistake, but that's fine. We'll get there. Thank you for coming along on this journey with me. Something I did forget to mention, first thing I do when I wake up, have a glass of water. Always water, stay hydrated out there. So I'm still struggling to keep my heart rate below 155. I think that's because when I start talking on this platform via this means, I end up going back to my regular pace that I've done my whole life. So it's just trying to get used to really slowing down. That's what life's all about, right? Slowing down. Zone 2 is where it's at. Let me tell you a little story. Are you comfortable? Then I'll begin. This is the story of the tortoise and the hare. Now, the hare, he just wanted to get everywhere at 100 miles an hour. He wanted to get there as quick as he could. The tortoise, he wasn't so bothered. He was laid back, relaxed. They had a disagreement, and they thought the only fair way to resolve it would be to have a race to the top of the mountain. Now, as you can imagine, 3, 2, 1, and away they go. Now the hare, he was off in a flash. He was over the hill and into the distance before the tortoise had even set his Garmin to go. Now, the interesting story is, it doesn't matter how long this journey is. It could be 5 minutes, it could be 5 hours. But funnily enough, the hare kept getting stuck behind bigger animals and stuck behind small animals, but there was loads of them. There was a whole team of them. Well, the problem was, well, not for the tortoise. He didn't have any problems at all. He was in the slow lane. He was taking his time, enjoying the scenery, enjoying the journey, in fact. Whereas the hare, he was almost at the finish, but it was so busy. He was so tired. He had to have a drink. He had to have some food. He was hot. He even had a shower. He thought, I've got so much time, I'm even going to have a sleep. He did all those things. And then what do you know? Just as he woke up, the tortoise was crossing the line. He'd had his few drinks along the way. He didn't need to rest because he had lots of energy left still. And what is the moral of this story? I think it's two things, mainly. Main one being slow down, enjoy the journey. But also, if you take a little bit longer than everybody else to get there, who cares? You get there in the end, and actually, you'll probably enjoy the journey a little bit more. Tune in next week for Alan's story time. I've no idea what it's going to be, but we'll see. I'll think about it. Nah, not really. Halfway, gonna have a banana. That'll keep me going till the end of the run. See you on the other side. What are the rules for eating on camera? Eating while running's hard enough, trying to breathe. I'm going to say it's a resounding no for eating on camera, especially if you go. That must be pretty annoying for the user / viewer. So what have I had to eat today? I hear you cry. Well, as I said before, I've had my 2 black coffees, one at 9, one at 10. I had half a PB&J at 11:30 before my run at 12. And then I just had another half a PB&J earlier, a banana. I'm going to go home to some poached eggs and avocado, I think, or smoothie, not sure yet. Tonight's meal is going to be leftover roast chicken made into something, probably a curry for later on. We're an hour in, heart rate's 160, as I said before, slightly higher than I would have liked. But it was 149 a minute ago, so who knows. Yeah, hour in, legs are feeling good, stomach's feeling good. I can tell I've had something to eat, but I don't feel sick. PB&J has not repeated yet, which has now been had a banana put on top. Just maybe my knees are a little bit sore. Apart from that, feeling good. So what have I struggled with so far with nutrition? I think it's definitely got to be eating enough, probably. I'm not hungry, but I don't think I'm eating enough. That's the reason why, as I said, I'm not a nutritionist, but I should probably keep an eye on the calories that I'm taking in. Probably need some more protein to build muscle and repair. Yeah, and I can eat, so if I need to eat loads I can, which is good, because some people really struggle eating in general. I could eat as much as I wanted to, really, and definitely stretch my stomach. It's definitely shrunk, so I don't feel hungry. Hunger's probably the worst of the pains. So yeah, it's I do live really close to a supermarket, so if I ever feel like I need something or want to change it up, I can definitely do that. So yeah. Injury still prevails. It's not too bad. Again, I try and take off the weekend. So my general schedule will be long run on a Monday, so that I have a chance to either have a rest day straight after or go to the gym, which includes my 8-minute run each way. And then I'll gradually have more and more runs, but a sort of slowish 45-minute run. And then a bit of fartlek, which I realise I misspelt on the part 1 video. It's with a K and not a C. Good England, Alan, good England. Does anyone else just run along or walk along or drive along by themselves and have a funny little idea in their head and start giggling? I do it all the time. I think that's why I'm doing this, because I have all these ideas and nowhere to go. So those ideas, my latest idea would be taking this vlog with me on the London Marathon. And I started giggling because I thought about trying to capture, not literally, as many celebrities as I can on the way. Thought about Gordon Ramsay for some reason, slapping him on the arse. Don't know why. I thought it was hilarious. Sorry. Reflux update. I've just done a little bit of windy pops and I tasted banana and not PB&J. That's good times. So banana on top of PB&J equals no return of the taste of PB&J. Good news. So an hour and 15, pretty much bang on. Heart rate 149, just gone to 150, so good range. For some reason my right buttock has got a little twinge in it, tiny, like 3%, and then my left hammy, again, a little 2-3% twinge. No idea what that is. Maybe it's things to come. Don't know, we'll soon find out. Here's a thought I'm having linked to nutrition. How do you feel about weight and monitoring your weight through your journey of fitness or, well, losing weight? My opinion is it can be quite detrimental. Initially, you'll lose quite a lot of weight just because you're reducing the intake of calories, maybe being more active. But case in point, I don't weigh myself. I'm not really bothered, but just for a laugh, well, not the greatest laugh, but I've ever had. I weighed myself and I was 81 kilos. And I've been going to the gym for like probably nigh on a year, training for a couple of months. I was actually quite disappointed. I wish I'd have been just a couple of kilos heavier. So yeah, I just think with the fluctuation of things like water, can really be quite detrimental. So yeah, my advice is don't weigh yourself. How do you look in the mirror is probably better than weighing yourself. So an hour and 24 minutes in, heart rate 152 beats. Twinge in my butt's gone. Twinge in my thigh's gone. Sorry, in my hamstring. I've got a twinge in my left knee. That's my bad knee. I've only got 20 minutes to go. Hopefully we'll be okay. We'll get there. So that's me almost straight. Hope you enjoyed part 2. Always looking to improve my storytelling abilities. See you again next time.